Dear ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to speak in front of a respectful audience. As a head of Energy Efficiency Agency of Ukraine, which is responsible for the creation and implementing policies in energy, government policies in energy efficiency and renewable energy, let me introduce our direction and current status in renewable energy and energy efficiency. As you can see, we have adopted all the necessary legislation which we have to adopt at this time according to the energy efficiency and renewable energy. As Vice Minister earlier said, in 2020 we have to consume 11% renewables according to our European directives in heat, in transport and in electricity. And according to the energy strategy till 2035 we have to consume 25% of renewables. The next slide shows you that our ambitions in installing new facilities are very tremendous, and you can see that the capacities must be increased twice and higher in electricity production, in heat production, and in transport. To reach this goal, our economy must raise and invest up to 12 billion euro. That's why we need to collaborate with the different partners from Europe and from Asia, from Korea as well. We have reached concrete results according to the natural gas consumption. You can see that in 2014, due to the different steps which was implemented by our government and our parliament, we have reduced the natural gas consumption by such categories as public entities, district heating companies, and population by 6 billion cubic meters per year. In 2014, the consumption was 24 billion cubic meters. In 2017, only 11 billion cubic meters natural gas. That means that more than 1.2 billion euro was not sent to Russia, to Gazprom. And our aim to reduce the natural gas consumption by the same categories of consumers in 2022 by additional 5 billion euro. To reach this goal, we have installed stimulating tariff for those investors who want to invest in producing heat from renewables. And you can see that from 2014, there were additional installments of heating generation up to 2,000 megawatt, the investment more than 450 million euro, and all that facilities used no 1 cubic meter of natural gas, only waste from forestry and agriculture. As for the feed-in tariff, you can see that our feed-in tariff is the highest in the world and in Europe, and our feed-in tariff connected to the grid till 2030. Those investors who will use our local content, our local equipment, can receive additional 10% bonus. And from last year, our investors received an opportunity to sign long-term power purchase agreement till 2030. That means that they receive additional guarantee from the market. The result of that new legislation you can see in electricity, you can see on this slide. In 2016, the facilities in electricity renewable production increased 4 times compared to 2015. In 2017, there were additional 257 megawatt of new installed capacity, and during the first quarter of 2018, additional 160 megawatt of new installed capacity. But for today, we haven't reached our goal, which we have set till 2020. That's why it is huge room for our collaboration, potential collaboration. In Ukraine, there are more than 6.2 million individual homes. Each of that homes can install rooftop solar panels, and that family who are installed have an opportunity to sell electricity to the grid for 18 euro cents per 1 kilowatt till 2030. That's why you can see we have received very huge dynamic, a 40% increase from quarter to quarter, but there are additional opportunity because we have for today only 3,000 installed rooftop solar panels, a market much more bigger, 6.5 million. That is the opportunity for not only installing such rooftop solar panels, but we want to produce it with you and assemble in Ukraine. You know that in Ukraine there are additional challenge waste. Current situation shows that Ukraine produces up to 10 million tons of waste, and now we are working on installing new waste to energy plants. Installing such plants in each city can give to the balance additional substitution of up to 1 billion cubic meters of natural gas. The model which we want to implement in each city, you can see at this slide. We want to install a biogas plant, and from biogas must be generated electricity and heat, which can be sold to the heating grids in each city. You know that each of our city has a central district heating system. But you can see that we don't only have our ambitions and our goals. We have for today concrete projects. For example, you can see 10.5 megawatt heat production facility which produce heat only from pellets, or Botievska wind power station 200 megawatt which produce electricity from wind. Or wind power turbines production plant in Kramatorsk, which produces turbines and blades for wind generation up to 3.2 megawatt under the license of German company Furlander. And in this particular sphere, we can collaborate with your companies as well. Together with the government of Georgia, we have prepared our investment map. Everyone from this audience can enter to www.map.org.ua and find that renewable energy projects which are operating in Ukraine, and can potential projects which can be used as the potential for investing. There are more than 68 potential projects on the investments up to 2 billion euro. That projects are gathered through our local authorities, and but the potential of such concrete projects much bigger. Now we have, but you know that in Ukraine we feel lack of concrete bankable projects, and we feel a financial gap. That's why we want to create new financial instrument for fulfilling this financial gap. We want to create green investment fund, and in this fund we can collaborate with the Korean partners. This fund will envisage technical office who will evaluate and elaborate concrete bankable projects, and after the approval of such projects this fund can invest as a shareholder up to 30% money, and that money could be used as collateral for banks. In this particular manner we will enlarge the possibility and the quantity of concrete renewable energy projects. So you can see that in Ukraine we have potential, we have concrete results, we have legislation, and we have strong eagerness to collaborate and work in fruitful manner for mutual benefits and mutual work on energy independence of Ukraine. Thank you very much for your attention.